Hey guys, what's up? It's Mikexingchen. First of all, I want to say I'm sorry because I wanted to do a comments video every single month because I really do appreciate you guys watching, commenting, liking the videos. But I haven't been able to keep that up for the last few months because of the move, and then I'm traveling a lot, and then I'm starting all these new YouTube channels. But I want to get this back on track. So let's comment on your comments. These are the comments I pulled from a video talking about how ancient advanced civilizations could have been there millions of years ago. First comment is from Tim Slag. I'm of the opinion that we have no clue to our real history and that humanity has been essentially wiped out, which could mean just a few thousand left spread across the globe multiple times, whether by natural forces, man-made disasters, God or godlike beings, or the far out there ancient alien theory. I'm just certain intelligent humans is much older than what historians want us to believe. I completely agree with that. It looks like a lot of likes on this comment, so apparently a lot of you guys do as well. Like I mentioned in this video, modern humans were supposed to have been around for around 200,000 years. Of course, recorded history, as we know it, is about 5,000 or 6,000 years. But for some reason, there's so many artifacts or fossils that are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of years old that we cannot explain. And unfortunately, when we do find these fossils, they kind of get placed into these X-files of archaeology, whereas they don't fall into any mainstream scientific theory. So that means they must be either a hoax or something completely out there that we can't explain yet. So let's put those away until either we can prove it's a hoax or we can find some logical explanations for them. What if those evidences are what they are? What if they are proof that humans, intelligent humans, very technically advanced humans has existed before us? Because if you think about it, even within the 5,000 years of recorded history that we know of, there has been numerous close calls with asteroids. We have climate issues, we have diseases. So it really shouldn't be inconceivable that we've done this before. We built civilizations, we developed technology, then all of a sudden most of us gets wiped out and the few remaining has to start over again. Next, Jay Soso says, are you related to Jackie Chan in any way? Well guys, I'm gonna tell you the secret. I have not said in any of my channels ever. I'm only gonna tell you guys. It's really hard for me to say because it's really difficult to admit, and I know you guys see the resemblance, and it's not false. I am his long-lost son. Now, will somebody please tell Jackie so he can add me to his will? Next, Christian Medina says, how do you know those spheres aren't Pokeballs? He's of course referring to the Klerksdorp spheres found in South Africa. And you know what? They could be. Maybe ancient Pokeballs, maybe they had the real game back then. It wasn't a video game to them. Maybe they actually had to capture these monsters that once ruled the world. How awesome would that be? Fantasy world ruled by mythical monsters, and you trap them inside magical tennis balls. Oweme says, LOL, if I was an alien, I wouldn't want to come near Earth. Let's think about this for a second. Let's say you're an advanced being from somewhere out in, galaxy Centauri, and you have a very advanced, peaceful civilization, no wars, abundance of resources, you can travel faster than the speed of light, you have holodecks, everything you want. You're basically Star Trek on a planet. Now let's say one day you're looking through your awesome telescope and you see Earth. Yeah, Earth's pretty, we got the Grand Canyon, but we're also a disaster. We kill each other, we destroy our natural resources, we're greedy, our government's corrupt. Why would you ever consider going to Earth one day and be like, hey guys, we're visiting, let us share all of our resources and technology with you so you can take your destructive behaviors all across the universe? I think the only logical reason for any alien race to come visit Earth is really just to take us over. Take us over, kill us before we destroy the last of our remaining resources. It will basically be Independence Day in real life, except we are definitely not beating them with a laptop and a computer virus. This is from the video about the existence of the human soul. Here lies this trooper says, do you know why Kim Jong, this is a joke, this is funny. Do you know why Kim Jong-un executes anyone he doesn't like? Answer, because he doesn't have a soul. That's very funny. And Seoul is spelled S-E-O-U-L, the capital of South Korea. That's funny because I was just in Seoul, South Korea. So anyway, thought that joke was kind of entertaining. Next, Steele says, there was a researcher in the 1900s sealed terminally ill volunteers into airtight rooms on scales. When the subject died, the room lost 2.5 grams with no explanation. His findings were thrown out for the unethical nature of the experiment. I know what he's talking about. This was the case of Dr. Duncan McDougall, who in 1901, I think, he experimented with 6 patients who were dying of tuberculosis, and he put them on weights, and as they died, he measured the differences of their weight to try to prove there was a human soul. The reason I did not add this experiment into my video was because his cases were kind of inconclusive. Out of the 6 patients, I think 1 lost about 6 grams, but 2 of the patients lost weight and then gained weight back. Then he had 2 other patients who he couldn't really measure because of technical difficulties, but still a pretty interesting experiment. I'm surprised that nobody else has tried this since then, because I would love to see the results maybe on a bigger sample size and using modern equipment. Next, from the video about the swastika crop circle, Robert Siva says, when I was a kid, I used to draw swastikas without knowing what that meant or seeing one before. That's really interesting because the swastika symbol itself is so mind-bogglingly interesting. I mean, how do you have a religious symbol that literally shows up in almost every single culture on the planet? And I'm talking about basically every single culture, from the Native Americans to the Europeans to the Norse, all across Asia. And of course, I'm not talking about the version that Hitler appropriated, but the true original swastika symbol was everywhere in ancient history. And nowadays, when we think about the original swastika symbol, we relate it mostly to Hinduism and Buddhism, but we don't think the Native Americans really practiced Buddhism or Hinduism. It was definitely not a predominant religion in Europe. So how does this symbol appear everywhere? It's almost as if, in some point in history, everybody around the world knew of this symbol. And of course, the original swastika symbol is a symbol of peace, it's a symbol of everlasting. But it was really interesting to see this comment from Robert, and he was not the only one. Just like this next comment, All or Nothing ENT says, that's crazy. I used to draw the swastika with 4 dots in junior high, and I never seen one before. Maybe it's something all of us human beings have a connection to. Maybe this is the ultimate symbol. Maybe this is the greatest mystery in the world. Maybe this is the meaning of life. So I'm gonna figure it out and make a YouTube video about it. All right, that's it. That's all the comments. One last thing is I wanted to do something on this channel, kind of like a discussion with you guys, because a lot of the topics I talk about, they're really interesting to me, and I know to you as well. And I would love the opportunity to kind of really talk about them with you guys live. So what I want to do is have a, I guess, maybe bi-weekly, maybe monthly, I don't know how often I'll do this, but I'll have a live chat with you guys. And I have no idea right now what platform that's going to be on. It could be on YouTube, it could be on Facebook, or maybe another site, I don't know yet. But I have found that going live on Facebook is super easy, like it takes no effort at all. And YouTube, I had to download some encoder. It was just a mess. So make sure to like my Facebook page because the next live session might be from there. But like I said, I've always appreciated you guys so much for watching. You guys leave a lot of awesome comments, which I can only get to a few each time I do one of these videos. So this live chat thing is another way to show my appreciation for you guys for watching this channel. All right, thank you all so much for watching this video. See you.